Makim, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Sai, Bahashim Ha Rakar Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who ruled well and taught me this truth. And peace and salutation to your Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. I'm Brother Yas from the GMS Louisiana Saints Camp, back with another lesson. All right, great miseries are coming to America and around the world. All right. And who's going to be doing this? Yahweh Shem Yahweh. All of these death that's going on, all of these killings that's going on, who is the cause of it? Yahweh Shem Yahweh. All right? Which Yahweh is the Father, and Yahweh is the Son. And the Rikar Kodesh is the Holy Spirit that gives us this understanding. All right? Which is this word. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. All right, so there's only one and only Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh, all right, which is the Father. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So there's no way of getting out of any judgment. If Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has it time for you to die this day, this way, you're going to die, all right? He sanctions all of that, okay? All right, Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation, right? Because he has the power to save us, all right, from all of this destruction that's coming. And unto thy power the Lord belongs the issues of death, all right? So he controls life and death. He controls everything that's happening on this earth. All these layoffs, all of these people hearts that's growing cold, people that are dying from natural disasters and all kind of different calamities, famines. Yahweh Shem Yahweh, he's bringing those great miseries, okay? And it's going to intensify and get worse as we go into America being destroyed. Okay, Second Ezra 8 and 50. See, the Lord is causing all of this to happen. This is all prophecy, and the men of the Lord are bringing it out. Okay, Second Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Right. Who's the captain of pride? Esau, Edom. And who are 2/3 of Israel following? Esau, Edom. So they're going to be joined hand in hand with this devil. So they're going to die right along with this devil, death by pain. Okay. Great miseries, lack of food, lack of food, no electricity, blackouts. That can happen at any time. All right, you're gonna have animals around here killing people. You're gonna have newly created beasts killing people. Right, Sirach 39. Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. So we see these spirits are created to get back, okay? 2/3, you're going to be judged for rejecting wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, rejecting Yahweh Shem Yahweh, and these other nations is going to be judged for what they did to the Israelites, okay? All right? Sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force, all right, and appease the wrath of him that made them. So these spirits are going to be getting busy, man. You're going to have millions of people dying all around you, man. All right? And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh is doing this. He's putting the spirit on these beasts, on these people to go against each other, to be totally against each other. You're going to have gender war, class wars, all of that shit. Okay? In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made him, yeah, because the Heavenly Father is angry at 2/3 of Israel and angry at all you nations for what y'all did to his people, his holy people, his sacred people. Verse 29, fire and hail and famine. What's famine? Okay, lack of food, meaning you ain't gonna have no nourishment, meaning you're gonna die of starvation. And death, all these were created for vengeance, all right? Teeth of wild beasts. So you're gonna have wild animals out here, lions, tigers, all kind of beasts of the field getting busy, all right? And scorpions, serpents, snakes, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. See, it's gonna be nothing but destruction out here. Okay, when the economy collapse and these people don't have no food, don't have no money, don't have no way to feed their family, all hell is gonna break loose. Second Ezra 15 verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the word of prophecy. Prophecy means to say before. Okay, speak in his people ear. Who is that? Okay, the Israelites, which 2/3 will not listen to this word. Only the men of the Lord, the elect. Okay, and they're going to be saved, 144 and 1/3. Okay, of Israel, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. And that's going to be these scriptures, all right? And we breaking them down to you, bringing it out, letting you know what's coming to pass, all right? Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And the scriptures are faithful and true, and that's how you got this Bible, okay? All right? And that's what's caused to be written in paper. Verse 3, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity, which means incredulity means unbelief, of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Why? Because people hate when we bring out this word, all right? They're fighting against it, all right? They don't believe it. They don't think that the prophecy is going to happen, that there's going to be famine, there's going to be pestilence, there's going to be disease, there's going to be lack of food. They don't see it. All right, but we who have the eyes to see and understand, we see it and we're prepared for it. Why? Because we're getting this word. We're getting this word, receiving it, and bringing it back out so we can have salvation for ourselves and our family, hopefully. All right, verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword. See? The sword, that's a weapon of destruction. Famine, that's lack of food. Death, that's mass death all around you. And destruction, okay? All right? Just imagine if the lights go off. That's going to bring mad destruction. And people don't have no food, no eat, no nothing to eat, no lights work, okay? Cars don't work no more. All right? Imagine this place being lawless, right? Because these are the stuff that's going to be taking place. All right, verse 6. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You see, because Esau has spread his philosophy all throughout the world, and turned everything upside down. So everything is backwards now. Now you have women leading and men being submissive. You have same-sex marriages. You have democracy. Okay, lawful, unlawful acts that this devil comes up with. All right, and he's spreading all of his philosophy throughout the earth, and that's why everything is so upside down and the people are miserable. Verse 7, therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which the profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Yeah, the men of the Lord that are died and have went back to the spiritual world, they're complaining unjust. 2/3 that are died and went back in the spiritual world, they're in their right mind, and they're complaining to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai daily, all right, for the unrighteousness that this devil has done to us, okay, the Israelites, all right. So they want this devil out of power right now, and his power is coming down. He's being taken down right now. All right, verse 9. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So all the Israelites, these devils have murdered and killed, and all the righteous men of the Lord that they are killed. Hey, there's going to be retribution for that. Verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which Egypt represents bondage in Sodom. All right, bondage. Okay, Egypt represents bottom, and Egypt. What is America? All right, it's the new Egypt. All right, this place is a bondage. All right, and everybody who's following Esau, Edom, is being led astray. Okay, and if they can't understand this music that we're playing, then it's not for them. All right, and they're going to be destroyed. Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues. And that's what's going on right now. The Lord is bringing the men of the Lord out of this place. Mentally first, come out of her, my people. All right? And then we're coming out of her physically when the Lord saves us from this destruction. All right? But via the chariots. Okay? So Egypt is being smitten with plagues right now. All right, that's why you don't have your fucking land ain't growing like it used to be. You got droughts, you got famine, you got shortages everywhere. Okay, you getting hit with hurricanes and tornadoes. Okay, mass destruction. They have to pump more money into this place. All right, that they didn't think they were gonna have to do. But hey, hell is happening. All kind of plagues are happening. You got layoffs, mass layoffs by Google, mass layoffs by Microsoft. Okay, this place is being destroyed and will destroy all the land thereof. Verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and they're mourning right now. They're losing money. They're losing jobs. People are hopeless. People don't have anything to live for. Things are turning grim. And the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting of hell and the fearful constellations. All right, you people that's making all this food and growing this food, that shit is over with. All right, the Lord's taking that all away from you. Verse 14: woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Death and destruction is coming to the world. All right, and that's what he's warning you. All right, the prophet Ezra is warning you. Death and destruction is coming into the world. And who's causing it? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, verse 15. For the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, so you're gonna have class wars, gender wars, all right, race wars, okay, and these people are gonna be fighting against each other. All right, with a sword in their hand, which is a weapon of destruction. It could be sword, knife, gun, shotgun, okay, a killing instrument. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. No, they're not going to listen to the government. They're not going to listen to the president. They're not going to listen to the police. They're not going to listen to none of them. All right, they're going to have martial law out here. They're going to have military out here, man, and they're gonna have to enforce the law, and it's gonna be draconian laws, very harsh laws, man, that shoot you on the spot. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning they're gonna be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do, and nobody's gonna get in their way. If they want to kill you, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop them. All right, only you have to have the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and the angels protecting you. All right, which his name is a strong tower, all right, in which we run into. Okay, verse 17, a man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Why? Because the city's going to be cut off with patrol cars and patrol military trucks and shit. All right, that's not going to let you go from one part of the city to another state, from one state to another state. They're going to have everything blocked off. All right, this is the time we living in. Verse 18, for because of their pride, all right, these people think they know it all. These people think they're God. They're trying to play God. Okay, you see this? Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Evil, bad times are coming to these cities. And as you can see, the crime rate is already going up. I know in New Orleans, they breaking in cars each and every day. All right, you can't even go to a fucking football game or a basketball game without getting your shit broken into. And this is intensified. Homelessness is intensifying. You got homeless people on every block downtown in your major metropolitan cities. Okay? So verse 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Men are going to be afraid. Men are going to be like bitches out here. Why? Look at what America does to these men. They turn them upside down and make them bitches. All right? So these same pretty boys and all these niggas out here that's trying to be thugs and gangsters, they're going to be the same ones afraid of everything that's going on. Only the men of the Lord are going to have the power through Yahweh Shem Yahweh side to survive this shit, man. All right? And that's what we're doing now, preparing our mind for it. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with swords. All right? So your same neighbor that seen you 2 months, 3 months ago, when he ain't got no fucking food and he ain't got nowhere to feed his family, he's gonna break into your house, take everything you got, rape your kids, rape your daughter, do whatever the fuck they want, and they out of that bitch. This the time we're living in. But shall destroy their houses with the sword, a weapon of destruction, and spoil their goods, because the lack of bread and great tribulation. Now that's the time we're living in, the lack of bread and great tribulations. Okay? Then that last plague that you're going to get is going to be from the missiles. The missiles going to hit your ass. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. Let's go down to verse 17. Woe is me, and this is the prophet Ezra. Woe is me, and woe means death and destruction, okay? Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? So in these days that we're talking about, this end time where all of this hell is going to be coming on the world, 2/3 of Israel and the rest of the world, okay? Hey, he's saying, who's going to save me from this? Who's going to deliver me from this, okay? Which we know Yahweh Shem Yahweh side, he's going to come in those chariots, he's going to deliver us from this. All right, verse 18, the beginning of sorrow and great mourning, okay, death, no more mirth, all right, just sorrow, all right, because there's going to be death everywhere around you, okay, people losing their family members, their fathers, their daughters, their sons, their kids, gotta keep this stuff in mind. The beginning of famine, all right, lack of food. Most people don't go without 3 hours without eating. So that right there is gonna take out a lot of people then and there, because you might go days without eating or drinking. All right, the Lord is gonna provide for His men, but 2/3 of Israel, hey, y'all fucked. All right, all you other nations, y'all fucked. Okay, but even the men of the Lord might go a day or two. You know, we don't know, but we got to be prepared for whatever it is, okay? The beginning of sorrow, verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great debt, the beginning of wars, which we see wars every day intensifying, okay? And Russia's getting ready. And Russia is cooked up with China and Iran, and they're making plans, and they're going to attack this bitch, okay? So, let's see. And the powers shall stand in fear. All right, you elites, they're going to be in fear. The beginning of evils. Evils mean bad times. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And we're going to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahweh side, man. And we're going to stand on these scriptures. All right. Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment. This is set to get you fucking niggas right. Get your head fucking right. Cleanse you from all the impurity of following this Edomite. All right? Which everything he does is death. Okay? So these are the plagues, man. Hard times. Verse 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn away from their wickedness. They're not going to change. They're not going to get right. 2/3 of Israel will not turn back from their wickedness, okay? They're going to be seared. Nor be always mindful of the scourges, okay? Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth. Yeah. You know, when we had the dollar menu and all of that, now the shit, victuals is getting expensive. Eggs is getting up, okay? So we're moving right along in prophecy if you guys don't see this shit, man. We're moving along, okay? So victuals are going to be cheap. That means the food and shit's going to be cheap. That they shall think themselves to be in a good case. You know, they got people out here that really think, oh, I'm in a good case. I can go get this. I can go get this. It's not that expensive. But guess what? That shit is all changing now. Hyperinflation is kicking in. Things are going up. People are making the same or less money, so they're not able to afford it. Okay? But this is what these people think in this time where it's good. Okay? And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And now look at look at Great Babylon. Okay, America's full of confusion. Men don't know men don't know how to be men, and women don't know how to be women. Okay, children don't know how to be children. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down because Esau turned everything upside down. Okay, so it's nothing but mass confusion. All right, verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish. All right, perish means you're gonna die of famine, and of others, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So you might think that, oh, I'm in a good case, I got food, I got stuff to eat. But hey, if somebody break into your place and take that shit and destroy everything in there and kill you and rape your family, hey, that's what it's talking about. Okay? You might escape one thing, but hey, then you're going to run into another dilemma. All right? And get your ass destroyed. So with that, I hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakar Kadas. Salawam, Babal, Babal. Salawam, Maki.